Hello, 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 hello to the great Computech community. This is Principal Brookins with another message. And today, I just wanted to follow up with a training that our young people just went through on active assailant, or those that would try to cause harm to our campus, to our community, and more specifically, to our school and students. And so when we went through the training, I'm so proud of our young people. They were sober, they were engaged, because parents, you know, this is a very serious thing. None of us send our babies to school, our young men and women to school, and don't expect to see them at the end of the day. But it is a training that it is important for us to know what to do in the case of an emergency. I will let you know that in the case of any emergency that would necessitate cause us to need to reunify you with your child. It can be something as something like a weapons threat or bomb threat, or sometimes a toxic substance may be putting us at risk. And then some of the more pronounced things that happen across our country and world is when someone typically with some type of social and emotional and mental issues decides to hurt and harm students. So here is the video that we worked with, and I promised the students that I would put it into their file, and I said, hey, why not just go ahead and push it out so that everybody is on the same page. If we need to reunify, our first space obviously is Edison's main campus, since we are on the same plot of land, but the other space is Gaston, our sister school that is right down the street. We'll be working with Fresno City College as well to have a safe space there in case we need to be there. Well, let me get into some of the video. I won't play it all, but I just wanted to emphasize a few things that the video showed. So let me share my screen, share my sound. Here it goes. Hello there, in case we need to be there. Well, let me get into.
It may feel like just another day at the office, but occasionally life feels more like an action movie than reality.
Uh-oh, something happened there. Hold on.
The authorities are working hard to protect you and to protect our public spaces. But sometimes bad people do bad things. Their motivations are different.
Wait, did you guys see those statistics? Let me go back. It says 32 killed, 25 wounded while attending classes. And then we have another statistic here. Let it play.
They are different. The warning signs may vary, but the devastating effects are the same. And unfortunately, you need to be prepared for the worst. If you were ever to find yourself in the middle of an active shooter event, your survival may depend on whether or not you have a plan. The plan doesn't have to be complicated. There are 3 things you could do that make a difference. Run, hide, fight.
So those were the three elements we focused on: the run, hide, and fight, to all of our students, and which means that we want them to be vigilant in every classroom, wherever they're at on the yard, playing basketball, sitting with friends, always aware of their surrounding, always aware of someone that may not fit within our normal school day. And so watch the rest of this.
First and foremost, if you can get out, do. Always try and escape or evacuate, even when others insist on staying. Encourage others to leave with you, but don't let them slow you down with indecision. Remember what's important, you, not your stuff. Leave your belongings behind and try to find a way to get out safely. Trying to get yourself out of harm's way needs to be your number one priority.
We also emphasize to our students that we're moving swiftly, but we're also not moving in a manner that will cause us to be even in even more danger by running or trampling over each other.
Once you are out of the line of fire, try to prevent others from walking into the danger zone and call 911.
I like the way this points out, evacuate whether others agree to or not, because your safety is what's important at that moment. Emphasize that to your child. Also, leave belongings behind. You know, sometimes people are feeling, oh, I have to go back and get my phone. I got to get my Xbox, or I don't know, whatever it would be. But no, you're leaving everything behind, and you're getting to a safe space. And then, of course, we're calling 911.
If you can't get out safely, you need to find a place to hide. Act quickly and quietly. Try to secure your hiding place the best you can.
As I did at a previous school, we'll be creating safety zone areas or hide areas in each classroom with a little marker in the area of the room where if your child is in one of those spaces, when danger takes place, they'll know where to go and where to get down to put themselves in the best opportunity for a survival.
Turn out lights, and if possible, remember to lock doors. Silence your ringer and vibration mode on your cell phone. And if you can't find a safe room or closet, try to conceal yourself behind large objects that may protect you. Do your best to remain quiet and calm.
This is one of the good things about our cell phone policy, because your children that have their cell phones, they're already silenced in or off. And so in the case of an emergency, they will be able to pull that out. The phone is already silenced, be able to send a message out. And also, all of your students have tablets. Them having their tablets with them, we will be able to communicate via Teams to find out the location of where students are at. So a great benefit and a smart way for us to be able to communicate without making noise and bringing attention to a room and putting students in danger.
As a last resort, if your life is at risk, whether you are alone or working together as a group, fight. Act with aggression. Improvise weapons. Disarm him. And commit to taking the shooter down, no matter what.
Obviously, in this case, we're trying to defend ourselves. And this is pointing out improvising weapons. And this is definitely not to make light of it, but we at Computech, we are STEM magnet. So, you know, we would have to be very creative in finding ways to try to keep ourselves safe, and you know, commit to action. That's what our students were told.
Try to be aware of your environment. Always have an exit plan. Know that in an incident like this, victims are generally chosen randomly. The event is unpredictable and may evolve quickly. The first responders on the scene are not there to evacuate or tend to the injured. They are well trained and are there to stop the shooter.
This is important to know. When our great men and women in law enforcement show up on a scene, they're not there to tend to the wounded or to help others evacuate. They are there to stop the threat as soon as possible. So families, we have to, you know, really celebrate our law enforcement, you know, when they're coming on the scene, and realizing that that they're not there to help everyone get out first. The first thing they want to do is stop the threat, whoever or whatever it is, and then other next responders will tend to those who may be injured. It says remain calm and follow instructions. Keep your hands visible at all times. Avoid pointing or yelling.
Your actions can make a difference for your safety and survival. Be aware and be prepared.
Okay, so we'll stop there. So, family, just note that that was a part of our active assailant training with our students. I believe they received it really well. We definitely pray that there's never an incident like this at our wonderful school, but I just want you to know that we are preparing them in the case of some type of emergency. With that said, that is the announcement that we did our training and it was successful. Thank you all. And remember, at Computech, every child is seen, heard, and loved.